When we took over the empire, it was a mess of administrative feudal range and republic governments, but we were able to reform the nobility into a loyal bureaucratic class. With Mexico no longer weakened by internal conflicts, we were able to dominate the Mexican cornucopia and end the Mexican standoff. Now we are strongest we've ever been, and it's time we expand our empire. Hello and welcome to the next episode of the Mexican standoff playthrough. And Mexico is totally set. We are an administrative empire that spans multiple de jure empires. Our economy is totally set, and our troops are numerous. Not as numerous as Brazil. They are still stronger than us, and earlier in the playthrough I saw them even having 40k troops. But they are far away, we don't need to worry about them. No, we are going to be focusing somewhere else. Somewhere north. Yes, that's right. I wanna... maybe not conquer everything that Mexico used to own in this part of the former USA, but certainly I wanna take huge chunks of it. Specifically, Texas and California. Now, California is doing fine. They're much weaker than us, but they're not collapsing. They're not fragmenting, so basically we can just take chunks out of them one at a time. Whereas Texas used to exist. There used to be a unified Lone Star Empire that has now fractured into basically counter-level rulers. And we'll be gobbling them up one by one. And to do that we have a whole bunch of CBs to help us. For example, we have Holy Wars, which we can do now easier. Actually, it doesn't really matter so much that we ended the Mexican standoff. That basically makes it so that we don't use as much piety for declaring Holy Wars, but because we're a conqueror, we don't have any cost for Holy Wars or any other wars really. So that's one option. We could vassalize him, but why would we do that? We can conquer. Or we can do Struggle Clash, so we do actually now have access to the Struggle Clash CB. We didn't have it during the actual standoff, but now that it's finished, we can use it against others. And here is a good target for it. Here we have a duchy, where every single county borders us. A perfect target for a Struggle Clash CB. Thank you very much. Yeah, I just raised my men-at-arms and they're running away immediately. One siege later, and one air captured, and already I'm at 100% war score. A measly 59 days war. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm not actually gonna show you every single war with one of these guys, cause I mean, come on, there's going to be a lot of these little easy wars. So I'll talk to you when something interesting happens. Okay, well, would you look at this? This little barony level ruler, this guy isn't even a count. The only county he has is Washington itself, and he is the president of the USA. He, I guess, hails from this little area here. Well, I guess it's time to go to war with the remnant of the USA. Which CB do I use? I guess it really doesn't matter, since it's not like I have cost for any of them. Okay, I guess I'll do county expansion. You know, the one thing I noticed about county expansion is that when you declare it, you have to spend some influence, and then when you win, you get the influence back plus a little extra, so it's a way to earn influence by expanding your empire. But when you have the conqueror trait and thus no cost for declaring war, then it's all just the profit influence, so you get much more, which is a neat little synergy. You know, I think I've gotten to the point where I have so much control over my vassals that I can go ahead and go up to the maximum level of authority. Now sure, that gives me some more money and less influence to spend, but more importantly, it makes it so that I can go to war declaration band and fixed border policy, so basically this will cement all my governors as what they are, and I will no longer need to worry about any of them gathering enough power to challenge me. I went for fixed border policy because they already can't declare wars on the outside, as only frontier and naval provinces can do that with the current law, and we don't have any naval or frontier provinces. Also, going to war one by one with these little counts is kind of taking a long time, so right now I just declare like 5 wars at once. Inspiration strikes! Description! Okay, so I've captured a little bit of southern Texas, and that got me to the Exalted Among Men level of fame, giving me access to the Kingdom Invasion CB. Now look, California here has captured Arixo, and it owns half of the California peninsula. I want both of those things, and it would be nice if I could capture them in one war. So what I'm gonna do is do the Invasion Kingdom for Arixio, and when I'm sieging I'm going to be focusing on the California peninsula. Hopefully that way I'll get both. Now the Californians do have less troops than me. Actually, they have less troops than me if we only count my men-at-arms. But they did hire mercenaries, and they'll probably be able to hire a holy order as well. You know what, just my men-at-arms, along with my holy order, should be enough. Okay, they're trying to embark. No, I thought they were going to... No, I thought they were going to try and go around me. Okay. Fine, then it looks like they're moving over here. No, they're moving into the river. Okay, so they are embarking. Never mind, they've decided they're going to move south anyway. Okay, now they're going into the bay. Are they actually gonna follow through this time? Okay, yes, good for them. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna try and catch them. Actually, no. Because I'm trying to capture the California Peninsula, better to just ignore their armies for as long as possible so that they can capture as much land as possible. Now, another interesting thing about the California Peninsula is that Tijuana is our last holy site. All the other ones are here in Mexico, well, the core of Mexico. And when we get Tijuana, that will give us direct vassal opinion +5 and +10% levy size. Damn, that's powerful. Oh man, it looks like they're really coming for a fight. Okay, I guess I'll regroup on the other side of this major river. Okay, they first wanna de-siege what I have already captured. That will not do, I'm going to have to kick them out. I don't mind if they siege my land, but they can't de-siege the land I took from them. Meanwhile, I'm making good progress here. There is a bunch of plagues going on. There's these two here. Okay, good. Thankfully, these guys are going to die out. But man, right here where I'm waging a war, there is a major plague going on. Luckily, I'm not commanding my own troops, so it's fine. This army here, by the way, is mostly levy plus my holy order. My men-at-arms are here sieging. And these guys are gonna have to do the fighting, and it looks like they're doing a good job of it as well. Whoa, okay, so that's a couple of pretty good wins. Because this was mostly levy, we didn't actually do that much damage. I mean, we did some decent damage, and especially because they were walking in like that one by one instead of coming at me all together, we actually won that fight. The fact that we had twice their number also had something to do with it as well, I think. Okay, so Los Sirios over here is the last county I actually wanna siege down before I'm ready to end this war. So let's actually use these guys to siege down one of the counties in the actual war target of Arixio. Okay, they're actually trying to de-siege again. That will not do. My men-at-arms are starving a little bit here, so it's going to take a while before they're resupplied and they can fight again, so the levies are going to have to, well, handle this, even though they're starving as well. Okay, no, they could not handle that. Oh dear. Yeah, that was bad. Okay. So I got a little overconfident there. That's fine, it's all for the sake of getting as much land as quickly as possible. As soon as these guys resupply, we're coming for them. So they're attacking me over here, they're doing it across a strait, a major river in fact. If it was just these guys, they would probably win, but everyone else is here ready to lend a hand. And you know what? I'm also going to hire some mercenaries. Can I hire them on top of enemy armies? I'm not sure. Let's try it. No, I can't. They just teleport to my capital. Okay, that will not do. Okay, here we go. The fight over here is starting, and despite being outnumbered, my guys are just wrecking them. Thanks to the river crossing and, of course, superior quality. And look, my mercenaries cut these guys over here. Great. Now, let me just re-siege this county here, and then I can go and actually take the war target. As soon as I took one county in Arixio, my war score shot up by like 50%. And look at them, they're disembarking here. Oh, perfect. Just in time for me to catch them. Where are they going, by the way? Where are you disembarking? Oh, here we go. They're going into this county. Oh, they're going to get wrecked. They recently disembarked. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Plus 27, 20, favor 30. Oh, man. Okay, now this is going to be revenge for that battle lost earlier. No, I don't wanna fight your rival, go away. Okay, well, it wasn't as devastating as I had hoped. They only lost 2,800 guys. Okay, there we go, man, it was tough sieging down the Arixio kingdom. There is absolutely no supply here whatsoever. What do we have here? 2,200, 2,216, okay. Well, never mind then. These two kingdoms are now mine. Well, not completely anyway. I still need to clean up these few independent counties. As well as this little island here. Look at it, how cute. I bet that's a wonderful place to vacation. So yeah, I'm definitely at the time of the game where I'm going to be getting a huge offensive war penalty. And the thing is, even though taking these little counties is easy, they still do increase my offensive war penalty. You know what, I think I'm going to deal with them in a different way. So I just recently created this Azura lady to rule the northern California peninsula, and I'm going to modify her province administration to be frontier. Now that should allow me to get her to attack neighboring lands. There we go, summon to war. And you can go ahead and... it looks like she can only target California. I wanted her to take this county here. Okay, well, let's then try that with Arizona here. You can also be frontier and go ahead and declare... Wait, no. Oh man, it looks like they can only attack neighboring duchies, but not counties. Well, that's disappointing. Okay, never mind then. That's not going to work like I had hoped. Can I get them to be balanced again? Only in 5 years. Alright, whatever. I guess I'm gonna have to do this by myself. Okay, so that's all done. I can go ahead and finish my legend. So that's the heroic legend, my favorite, by the way. Here is the end of the book of Benemerito Gregorio and of his noble deeds that were unmatched in the whole land. And here is the end of the faith of Mexico. I love this launch a legendary adventure decision as well as demand local submission. Do I now do something crazy, like now that I've unified Mexico and ended the standoff, do I now leave, like maybe conquer Brazil or something? Something to think about, but that's for later. For now I'm just going to clear ground for a legendary building. And it's time to continue our push into Texas. Wait, hold on, I'm pledged in a great holy war? Oh, I didn't even realize. The Mormons are doing a holy war. For Arixo. Okay. Fair enough. I'm waiting for you, Mormons. I'm ready. It looks like they're mainly going to be coming from Utah. And they want what was once New Mexico and is now Erixo. Alright. Here we go. Expedition for Erixo. The hordes of infidels rallied by President George have begun their march on Erixo. Alright. Now, this looks like it's a lot, but taking a look at their numbers and our numbers, yeah, I don't feel very threatened, to be honest. I think I can defeat them all just by myself, without even my other followers of Alineda Dorato to help me. Also, our dynasty has gone up to the glorious level of splendor, which does give us some nice bonuses. But the main thing is that the new golden frame of our coat of arms looks very fantastic with our color scheme over here. Okay, they're arriving. I guess it's time to raise my own troops. Nice, let's do it here in the mountains, just in case they decide to attack me. Look at that, the full might of my army is gathered here, and they're immediately running away. Oh, but not fast enough it seems. And they're already starving as well. Oh, look at that. Oh, that 8k is just walking right here into the mountains, into superior troops. Oh man, that was a few stack wipes right there. Oh, great. And here comes another one. We're already at 80% war score. Okay, just a few more battles and we got this. There we go. That gets us a bunch of piety, a bunch of prestige, great, and the Mormons lose fervor. Alright, well that's nice. Well, thank you for that distraction, Mormons. But now it's time for me to get back to conquering Texas. And we will not do that one county at a time, oh no. Let's see, county expansion here, struggle clash here. A couple more county expansions here, another struggle clash here, and a few more county expansions to top it off. Oh, actually, this one is going to be a holy war for duchy. Just to spice things up, I guess. Do you think that's enough simultaneous wars? I think that's enough simultaneous wars. Oh, I guess you don't need to be American in order to get the shades when you become a legendary figure. Neat. And with Socorro captured, that's a whole another strip of Texas in my control. Now I could continue pushing, but let's change it up a bit. Utah, you control one county within the Kingdom of Erixo, so I'll be having that. Also, a fun thing I just noticed, that the Grand Canyon is on the map. And it's impossible terrain, of course. Utah isn't looking so hot. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly take that one county. Oh wait, can I not do that? No, oh my goodness, I think I can't do that. Oh, because Lake Mead is impassable terrain. Oh man. So I can't do Struggle Clash, of course. Oh, but I could do Conquer Duchy. Okay, so I'll seize the Ure County. And that way the entire Kingdom of Erixo is mine, and it should then start the Ure drifting into Mexico. Thank you very much, Utah. I get that county. And now that my truce with the Californians has expired, I think it's time we attack them again, especially since they are currently fighting a little bit of a civil war. So I think the best thing to do for us is to just use a holy war, a kingdom level holy war for the Kingdom of SoCal. Let me tell you what my plan is. When I take SoCal, I'll border the Valley Kingdom, Andres Kingdom, the heartland of the Californian Empire. And I have invited this guy to my court. I converted him to my faith, and he actually has a claim on the Kingdom of the Valley. And when I take that, well, look at that, I'll basically border pretty much every single county in the Kingdom of Andreas, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff. So I can then take all of that in just a single struggle clash, thereby controlling all of the important bits of California. But for now, let's just take SoCal. Okay, my full might, 42k guys versus California's full might. Oh, look at that, they're putting up a fight. But they're not going to win in the end. Okay, and here we are. We got our 100% war score, there's a random scheme in court, don't mind that. And Sokal is ours. Now, I am trying to get rid of the Empress of California to shorten the truce between us, otherwise it's going to last 5 years. Now, I'm not sure I will be able to assassinate her, so I'm thinking, do I just declare war through a truce for Thomas's claim? Now that means I lose 1 level of fame, so I will lose my sunglasses, so that's a tragedy downright. We lose some legitimacy, actually quite a bit of legitimacy. That will put us down to level 4. Okay, we can survive that. We get a negative 50 general of opinion. Okay, that's really bad, especially when you combine it with the minus 66 offensive war opinion penalty I have with my vassals. Okay, so you know what, maybe I won't break a truce. I'm going to wait for it to expire like a good boy. Or, you know, murder this woman. Whichever comes first. Truce expires in 3, 2, 1. And let's go to war. Alright, so yeah, we will be pressing not Thomas's claims, it looks like he died. No, he didn't, where is he? Oh, he left my court. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Why would you do that? Okay, that's fine, that's not a problem, I just need to find someone else who has a claim on the valley and is willing to come join me. Oh, here we go, that wasn't hard at all. This guy, you can go ahead and convert to my faith. There we go, and congratulations, you're about to be a king. Okay, so that's Richard. No, hold on, that's William, there we go. William's claim on the valley. Let's do it. As ever, they're avoiding my army. So I'm gonna go ahead and raise my levies and bolster them with my holy order that's only getting stronger and stronger, damn. Hopefully they won't wreck my levy like they did the last couple of times. They shouldn't, the numerical superiority of my guys is just that overwhelming. Oh yeah, they stand no chance at all. And it looks like they have some reinforcements coming here way too late. Just another army to be destroyed. Look at that, plus 50 advantage in my favor. Oh, and that's a stack wipe. And we captured their governor, it seems. No, we didn't, we just captured their commander, never mind. Now it's just a matter of capturing a few more of their counties, and that should be 100%. Time for one final battle of the war, if I can catch them. There we go. Oh, that was a stack wipe. Okay, and with the 100% we get the valley, which is an incredibly dense kingdom. I mean, look how many counties there are and how many baronies in each of those counties. Damn. And that all belongs to this guy. You know what, I'm gonna let him keep it. He can go ahead and deal with all these wrong faith vassals, although maybe not this guy. He can go ahead and just convert in exchange for leaving prison. The next thing to do is to do a struggle clash. And look, all of this then becomes mine. We are probably going to need a couple of struggle clashes to completely kick California out of Andreas, but that's fine. We just need to be patient and wait for our truces to expire. Also, despite this fact not being part of California, he's still under the Eurasian bureaucracy government. I wonder how that works. Eurasian bureaucracy is fairly similar to administrative, but the main thing is that the emperor doesn't have actually all the power, instead the governor does. So what does it mean that this guy is Eurasian bureaucracy? Does that mean that he might get elected governor or something? That'd be pretty funny. And because we took all of the personal domain of the Empress, as well as the richest kingdom in California, the empire itself now no longer has any levies, even if they weren't destroyed. They'd only have 2,500 plus men-at-arms. Okay, hopefully that will destabilize California, maybe causing this woman to get kicked out of the throne, allowing me to attack them again immediately. I don't think I'm going to be expanding into Texas anymore. I mean, this is a good enough looking border. It's 5 years later and my truce with California is expiring, and it's time for a struggle clash. Now these guys are weaker than ever. Also, I have a bunch of people that have claims on their land in my court, probably because I conquered the valley. Let's stick to the plan. We're going for a struggle clash. And we're going through Las Vegas. Oh boy, they're gonna get wrecked here. That's a stack wipe. And they're trying to siege down the valley here. Well, that's where my levy and holy order come in. 7k holy order. Las Vegas is ours. And we're at 100% after just a few battles and sieges. Now let's see here. All this is ours now. Damn, that gives us 1000 fame. That's a lot. Not like we need it, but hey, it's good to have it, I guess. And look at that, California is practically being pushed out of California. Now, if we can just do one more struggle clash, that I think will truly cement our power in the region. Luckily, the Empress is in poor health, so maybe we won't have to wait for 5 years. Well, would you look at that? We get a new decision, gamble on the strip. Of course, because we have Las Vegas. A night on the town is tradition for the nobility of Las Vegas. Gambling is particularly a way of life for many here. I should take some time to go out and enjoy myself. Yeah, alright, let's do it. The City of Sinners has always been the place to spend your coin in seedy casinos, at roulette wheels, poker tables, as the strip is within my realm. I take a trip to its famous boulevard, passing many colorful street performers. I enter into one of the more respectable buildings, withdrawing my coin purse. To the poker table! Okay, and we can either just do random gambling, we can do an intrigue challenge, a diplo challenge, or a stewardship challenge. Well, stewardship is our best skill, so let's do it. Okay, never mind. Well, there you go, kids, a lesson for you. Never gamble. And here we are. Let's do one more struggle clash. So all of this will be ours. Well, that war was the easiest so far. Was not even worth looking at. So yeah, I enforce demands. And man, look at that, California has not yet been quite pushed out of the Ur Empire of California. They still own this county here, as well as a few counties in the Kingdom of Jefferson. Now, I do have Tina over here, a landed character who has a claim on the Kingdom of Jefferson. So look, man, at first I was just gonna take, the Kingdom of the Valley and Andres, but man, we've come so far, let's go all the way, let's completely destroy the Empire of California. It would really be neat if this woman died, so I don't have to wait yet another 5-year truce out. And we have San Francisco with the Golden Gate special building. Once the largest bridge in the world, its pillars still proudly guard the San Francisco Bay, towering menacingly above the passing ships. The pillars primarily serve as watchtowers, beacons and symbols of the glory of the metropolis. And now San Francisco is once again Mexican. Hey, grand, there she goes, ending my truce with California. Now, annoyingly, this county, even though it was conquered by me, did go back to California, I guess through inheritance. And also, the woman that I invited to court to justify my invasion of Jefferson, even though I gave her land, she managed to lose it and then she went off somewhere else. Okay, well, no matter. I've decided that the best thing to do is to do a couple more struggle clashes, and that will completely push California out of the de jure Empire of California. Luckily, their new capital is right across the border from me, which means that I can just go ahead and raise my troops right there and destroy them. Unfortunately, it's taking a while before those troops can actually get raised, so I guess my Holy Order is gonna have to save us here. Oh man, my game is laggy. I guess having this big an empire has its downsides. Just like that, I managed to capture her in this catastrophic battle for them. This is all men-at-arms, by the way. 10k men-at-arms versus a measly 24 guys. I managed to capture her. Now, before I end the war, I guess I might as well torture her just a little bit. You know, just to not make things so easy on her. And now enforce demands. And look, now, the only land they still control in the de jure Empire of California is these few counties here, the Duchy of Rogue. When I take that, I will be able to usurp the Empire of California and thereby destroying their little Eureka bureaucracy and the Golden Empire of whatever. I've never done that before and it's fun. You know what, waiting for all these truces to expire does mean that my offensive war penalty has gone down quite a bit. And you know what, I think I'm willing to take the punishment for breaking a truce. Cause I really kinda just wanna finish this California destruction thing. I did find this fellow Brian, who has a claim on these counties that I need, so if I just press that, I completely kick California out of California. And of course, breaking a truce costs me some prestige, a whole level of fame, a good amount of legitimacy, and I get the -50 general opinion malice. But I'd rather have that than have to wait another 5 years. And I'll tell you why. This man, even though he does have the fitness expert perk, won't live forever. He's 60 years old, and there's something else I wanna do with him. I'll tell you about that later. For now, let's finish California off once and for all. These 3,000 guys stand no chance. No chance except for lag, I guess, but oh boy, that's a lot of lag. But also, a victory for me. Oh no, they distracted me enough to attack my sieging force. Will my fighting force arrive in time? Come on guys, you can do it. Just hang on a little bit more. No! Ah, that's unfortunate. Well, at least I avenged them. Although, that was all of my siege equipment that just got stack wiped, so finishing this war is going to take a while, unfortunately. There we go. Jefferson is completely ours. That puts us up to 5 out of 5 legitimacy again. And we can go ahead and destroy California. Okay, so this is what they look like now. And if I just go ahead and usurp it from them, they still exist as the Californian Pantheon. So that's their unique little sort of religious title, where the eternal living guru is the head of faith. Okay, so unfortunately they still exist as a somewhat unified realm, but that kingdom level title doesn't have any de jure land, so none of their vassals will ever be their de jure vassals. I might as well take Jefferson as well. And yeah, the Californian Pantheon has been totally and completely kicked out of California. They now don't have any way to actually fight back and retake the Californian Empire. And speaking of the Californian Empire, I'm just gonna go ahead and destroy that title, just to make sure that it never breaks off as an independent empire from Mexico or something like that. Well, would you look at that, we get a special decision, dismantle the guruship. The doctrine set out by Talanque, used to justify their stranglehold upon California's people, is a lie meant to ensure they and they alone may call themselves emperor. Though their empire has fallen, they still claim that only a guru can be emperor. I will take the Golden State for her people. Oh yeah. Okay, so now I get the Empire of California. Is that going to affect the Californian Pantheon at all? Let's see. Hello? Oh, there we go. Nino takes the throne. Okay, so that's me just getting the Empire of California. Okay. Okay, so clicking the Dismantle the Guruship button does nothing. Okay, maybe I should have clicked it before I destroyed the Empire of California. I'm not sure. Oh well, doesn't matter. The Empire of Mexico now spans from California all the way to Panama. It is a unified administrative realm. All of our vassals love us. And frankly, my game is fairly laggy. But I don't wanna end here. No, there's one thing I can do to continue the playthrough and solve the lag issue at least a little bit. And that is to leave Mexico. If you remember, from completing that legend we got the legendary adventure decision. And I said that I wouldn't mind going on an adventure to Brazil. But I've changed my mind since then, no. We've played on the western coast of North America for quite a bit. Let's check out what's going on the eastern coast. But that's gonna have to be for next episode. Thank you so much for watching, guys. You can click on the playlist on the screen now to watch this playthrough from the beginning. And I hope to see you next time